Food truck operators in West Michigan want a little more freedom as they navigate a complicated web of regulations, I should say, licenses and fees.
News 8's Duncan McLean heard their concerns today and joins us live in the studio now. Duncan?
Rick, Amber, what we heard from these operators today is that rules and regulations, particularly in the city of Grand Rapids, haven't kept up with the rapid expansion of the local industry. They say it's better than a lot of places, but undesirable operating zones and restrictions on private property are leaving a lot of business on the table.
I had this perception that, when I started out, that we would end up parking in areas that had high traffic, that would complement a business that didn't have a food option, and then we could present our menu to the public from those busy intersections and such. But that's just not allowed.
Grand Rapids pre-approved food truck zones should be the ideal of a food truck operator, but they leave a lot to be desired.
When you open a food truck, you just can't open up anywhere. I think there's 18 or 20 zones in Grand Rapids, and a lot of them are in industrial areas or underpasses or kind of off, the beaten path. And they're just, you can sit there and you might do a little bit of business, but you're not going to do a great day's business.
The Grand Rapids Food Truck Association and other operators in town now hoping for a long-awaited rules adjustment, asking first for more leniency on where they can park and vend.
We're not allowed to operate on any city roadway in Michigan. So you can't just pull down the street, open up your window, and sell. You have to be in a private lot, or you're invited by a company, or you're doing a private catering.
Those private events, though, come with more rules and red tape, like special use permits and other hurdles to clear that often push corporate and private events in other directions.
Parking's a hassle, where we can park, where we can't park, enforcement, and those types of things just make that a complicated transaction that people just invite a private caterer to park illegally for 5 or 6 minutes and deliver their trays.
It's all in pursuit of that ideal day running a truck.
The food truck business is exciting every single time you go out. There's the risk that's there, a potential for a high return, but really the joy is in the return of the customer's compliment. We took something from a commercial kitchen, or we took something from our truck, we turned it into something through a craft, and then there's joy 99% of the time on the other side of that equation, and that, man, is extremely satisfying.
Now, I've spoken with a number of food truck owners this week, and you can hear it from Tom there. It's a passionate business, but it's not easy to pull off. All of those problems are not to mention the cost of jumping through those regulatory hoops and the headache of getting your truck licensed and ready, not just for Grand Rapids, but other towns in the area as well. We'll cover those hurdles on News 8 at 5.